Hi, and welcome back to Season 3 of I Confess with Travis. I am your host, Travis Bartlett, and today I am going to be making a phone call to a guy who's going to be telling me his stories about problems of being gay. And I thought this will be a very interesting topic for a lot of people that are gay, and they're probably going through a lot of struggles and stuff. So let me go ahead and take my first call. So how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. So I hear you got a story you want to tell.
Yeah, so it's the most traumatizing experience in my life that I feel like every gay person has went through,
Mm-hmm.
at least gave away and never
Mm-hmm.
went through. So in like middle school, sixth grade, yeah, sixth grade, it was this group of girls. One of them come up to me. It's like always like five or four. One is always like the one who asks a question.
Mm-hmm.
You know if you know. The other one's like, please stop, y'all be nice, trying to be peacemaker, doing shit
Mm-hmm.
messy. Next ones are just over there laughing. We're gonna call one he, and we're gonna call the other one ha ha,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one's over there backing up the talker.
Right.
So basically, the talker, she will always ask, "Are you gay?" She says it loud. They always say it loud, loud for everybody to hear.
Right.
So if you say yes, it's like they make it seem like it's not a big deal, but they also make it feel like it's a big deal.
Right.
But if you say no, they loud. They loud. Stop lying. Why are you
Oh
lying?
yeah, those loud talkers.
And I cannot stand them. And I
Mm-hmm.
cannot stand them. So in that sixth grade, I said no. They did. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Just come out. It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
So I basically started. I was like, nah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on to seventh grade, we didn't go to school because of quarantine and all that. And then
Right.
eighth grade, this is when I actually like started embracing it. So in the beginning, nobody like they knew, everybody knew, but I just never like
Mm-hmm.
see. Everybody knew except me. Well, sorry, everybody knew, but I just didn't tell anybody. So
So it was kind of like a
basically,
secret kind of way.
yeah.
Okay.
So like most of my friends are like I officially told all my friends, but again, it was another group of girls. They come up to me and they asked. And this time I was like, yeah. And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. It
Mm-hmm.
was embarrassing though. It was still embarrassing.
Right.
So at that point, I just vowed to love myself and love everybody else. And then 3 months later, my friend fought the other girl and beat her up. So I was happy about that.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories about gay people, like not in a bad way, but like I've heard people
Mm-hmm.
would always talk about drama and saying like, okay, well, gay people shouldn't, be gay. They would always make up bad things about them, like, and say things like, well, like I don't support gay people. Then you got people that do support gay people but don't want to support gay marriage, and it
Right.
basically hurts them.
Exactly. I feel like it's really nobody's business, but
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like you can feel how you feel on it. But
Mm-hmm.
please don't project that onto the next person. You can feel how
Right.
you feel. That's okay. Everybody has an opinion. I don't judge people,
Oh, I
but
don't
I don't
either.
expect you to judge me.
Mm-hmm.
So
See, what I do is that, like, if I see someone who's gay and the way that they talk or walk, like, you don't even have to ask. You can just say, like, oh, this
exactly,
guy's gay. You don't even have to, like, ask them.
exactly. And like you, it's like you, oh, you know, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's not a fact where you have to act unless like they haven't like unless they're your friend and they just have not came out and you want to know, but and they know that in your heart, they know
Mm-hmm.
in your heart that you don't mean it in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I just find it all extremely like weird to me because like it's always like oh they support but we'll talk
Mm-hmm.
shit and bashy basically about people.
Right.
So it's weird.
Mm-hmm. And, it's kind of weird because, like, when you have, let's say if you first did come out, but, it's like most gay people, like, let's say if you came out, it's like they'll go straight to their friends first instead of their parents,
Exactly.
because like they're afraid, like let's say like if they was to tell their parents to say the words like mom, dad, I'm gay, you don't know what's going to come out of their mouths. I mean, sometimes you might have a dad that may not accept it. You got dads that will. Sometimes there are moms that will and will not accept it. But it's just like, if you made this child, you should accept this child no matter what they do, you know?
Exactly. Like I totally understand. Like you're not, you can't like you. It was not. It's never what any parent expected
Mm-hmm.
or like quote wants,
Right.
obviously. But that's your child. You have to support them in every way.
Mm-hmm.
Like with my mom, she found out through a voice message because I was playing a voice message out loud, and my friend was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Everybody in here is Carrie." Da, da, da. And my mom asked me, she was like, "Are you?" And so I was trying to be nonchalant about it. I was like, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
And so she wanted to like, "Are we going to talk about what you told me?" I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the bullshit."
Right.
And so we had like a talk, and she basically like, I feel like I I don't agree with this at all, but I
Mm-hmm.
will always love you. You're my son. I would never treat you any different. But I don't agree with it. But I have no choice but to,
Yeah.
because we have people in our family. Everybody, nobody acts different. So
Right.
I don't. That's what it hurt me at. Like
Mm-hmm.
I get what she was saying, but it hurt me there because I'm like,
Right.
are you accepting him, but not accepting? Not
Right.
she accepted me, but are you like agreeing with what they got going on, but you're not agreeing with your child?
Right.
We don't. It's no different though.
I
But I
mean,
feel like she tries to put it off
yeah.
to the side. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like she tries to put it off to the side because I feel like she quote forgot, but it's still there.
Right.
I don't know.
See, I remember like my best friend, like, I'm straight, by the way. And see, I accept
Mm-hmm.
any kind of people to be friends with me. You know, I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, Asian. I don't care what your sexuality is. As long as
Exactly.
we're, friends, that's, you're, that's okay. I remember years ago, my friend actually came out to me. Now, it's not like it was a bad thing or anything, but he wanted, just tell me that he was gay. Now, even though we were best friends, we knew each other for a long time. But he was just afraid, like, let's say if he told me he was gay, he was afraid that I wouldn't accept him. But, because, I think that's kind of like a gay person thing. Like, let's say you come out and
Everybody do.
it's like you're afraid, like, what they're going to say. Are they going to accept you or not, And I told my friend, because at first I thought he was joking around, and he said, no, I like men now. And I said, okay. I said, even though we're best friends, it's going to be kind of new. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a problem, it's a bad thing. It's just going to get some getting used to, like,
Exactly.
so you just got to accept it. It don't matter, like, what that person is. I mean, if they want to come out, let's say, trans, or if they want to come out, let's say, bisexual or whatever, you should accept them no matter what. And,
Always.
of course, I told him, I said, yeah, we're best friends. I said, I will accept you if me and you were like best friends, like from the moon to back, like this is how like close we are. Like we're really close best friends.
Mm-hmm. See, that's how I feel about it. Like it has nothing to do with you. So it's like, yeah, it has something. Sometimes you used to like that's how I always love you. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you felt on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like it wasn't like on like a term like I don't know if we can be friends anymore. It's like it's different. It's just
Right.
different, but it's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you felt on it.
Right.
And like that's the thing with us. We think like we'll tell we'll tell the whole school and before we tell our family because it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to say fuck y'all than the family.
Right.
It's way easier to say we don't need you. We don't need the people.
Right.
We need people at home, like our family, more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it all falls in place, especially with me.
Right.
Because that came up when mom said that. She was like, you told like all your friends, why won't you tell your family? And I never, I just said, I don't know. Because at the time, I really wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
speaking on what I wasn't technically staying on business.
Right.
But now, if she would have asked that now, I would tell her that. But,
right.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because I remember like
it's scary.
Yeah, because I remember like I used to watch this movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It was called Love, Simon, and I think it's either on Hulu or Netflix. I can't remember.
It's Hulu.
Okay, and that movie is so good. And then they came out with another like a series like a series called Love, Victor, which is based on Love, Simon. And
Oh, really?
yeah, there's only like 3 seasons. It's called Love Victor, and it's basically the same thing as Love Simon. And it's very interesting.
Yeah. See, don't really remember like much of the plot. Like, I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
that. I know it was about him being gay and
Mm-hmm.
with his friends and stuff. I don't really remember it because I watched it like when it first came out. I watched
Mm-hmm.
it when it first came out, and I was like, want to
Mm-hmm.
say, when did it come out? What year? Like 2017 again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around that time I was like elementary school, and I didn't watch it like, yeah, elementary school around that time. So that's when
Mm-hmm.
I watched it. I really don't remember much about it.
Right.
But yeah, it was about like coming out and stuff. Because I remember something, it was on a roller coaster and somebody kissed or something.
I think it was a Ferris wheel, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ferris
Ferris
wheel,
wheel,
and he
yeah.
kissed the dude. Yeah, I
Because what
remember.
really got me on Love Simon, it was, I don't want to make it sound like it was kind of like a teaser or if it was like a, I don't know, it just kind of was so confusing. But he did not realize that he was talking to, like, emailing his best friend about coming out of the closet, and they didn't realize that they were emailing each other and stuff until the guy found out that, and said, like, hey, I'm gay too, and I mean, it was just kind of like best friends that didn't know that they were gay, which was kind of interesting.
Right. I totally gotta rewatch that. I totally gotta rewatch that.
It's
'Cause,
really good, yeah.
yeah. Because I watched it like when I was like a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for actually telling me your story. I really did like it.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Hope you have a nice night
All
and a
right.
nice day.
All right. Thank you. You too. Bye. I really do like his story. He actually did start saying like there are some things that are like problems when people that are like, that are actually coming out or people that are gay. And, it's always been like a gay community thing. Like, let's say once you come out, it's like you're not sure if you're going to have someone that's going to, let's say, accept you in your life. You don't know what's going to be said. Like, if you got parents that will accept and don't accept you, then you got friends who will and will not accept you. I mean, I can understand that I'm not saying it's a big problem because, see, I don't see what the problem is of being gay. I mean, like I told the guy, I'm straight. But the thing is, there's a lot of problems that with gay people, they have to go through a lot and don't realize that they can be like saying things like, oh, well, I hate gay people or I don't want to accept gay people in my life and, so and so. That basically, I'm not trying to make it sound like they're hurting the person's feelings, but I just think, you're basically losing a friend or let's say a family member just because they wanted to come out of the closet. I understand it's a struggle for gay people to go through things like this. But all I can say is, if you're gay and you're proud to be gay, hey, go for it. I mean, it's up to you if you want to come out. I don't see the problem. And yes, I do agree that if you're gay and you're going through a lot of problems, hey, there's other gay people out here that is willing to get on social media, tell their story. Gay people are making more money. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and I will be right back to take my second call. All right, welcome back. And today I am going to be talking to a lady where she is going to be talking about a story about family drama. And yes, when there's always a family drama, there's always a fight, there's always arguing, and I can tell you right now, it's not really much pretty when you have to deal with that kind of drama. So let me go ahead and take my second call. So, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. So I hear you got a story you want to tell.
I do. It starts off. My mom is 41. She's dating a 25-year-old that just got out of prison,
Okay.
and she has no job. He had no job when they met. And now, like 6 months later, I'm living with my grandma because she decided that she didn't want to parent me anymore. And she's living out of the van with this 25-year-old or 26. I don't know how fucking old he is. He's a loser. And I'm texting my mother because the day beforehand, she had told me that I could get the food stamp card to get groceries. And so I'm texting her, and she's already like freaking out over me over text because I asked her for the food stamp card, and she was like saying like shit like, oh, I'm gonna hurt you if you don't stop bothering me, and like shit like that. She has bipolar disorder and shit like that, so it's like this isn't like new, but it's still like I was just trying to ask for the thing. She comes out, like I'm sitting outside, and she pulls up in this van with him, and I'm sitting outside, I'm reading my book, and she comes over, she yells at me over whatever, and she threw a stick at me, which was weird.
Was she like on drugs or something, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know, she acts like that, like she's on drugs all the time, anyways. So I go inside after this situation because I was sitting outside tanning and I wanted to grab my phone charger. And I come back outside, and him, my mom's boyfriend, and her like going back and forth, and he's yelling at her to take a walk. And I'm trying to stay out of it. So but she's walking away from the car. And I see this big, tall, 6'2" motherfucker run up on my mother, 150 pounds, which is 5 foot. And I think he's about to hit her. So I ran into the garage. I grabbed a shovel. I opened the garage door, and I threw the shovel as hard as I could at this man. And it barely hit him. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. But I think he's about to hit my mother. You know what my mom does?
What?
She runs up on me, and she grabs me by the throat, both hands. And she starts trying to choke me for some reason. And this big-ass, tall-ass, grown-ass man runs up on me. I'm only 16 years old. He's telling me that he's going to beat me down. He's about to handle me like an adult and all this shit. I'm not scared at all because I was willing to take that for my mother because she's my mother, of course. I don't care how fucking crazy she is. I was trying to protect her. And I like try to like go inside and like get away from the situation because I don't feel like fighting anybody. Like I'm literally just reading my fucking Britney Spears book. Sorry if I can't cuss.
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay, I just want to make sure. And my mom, like, we're at the fence and she's like yelling at me and she slaps me across the face. That was it for me. I went out there and we start swinging on each other. I'm hitting her. She's hitting me. We're going at it. And this guy, he's like instigating. And he's being like, oh, you're going to let her do you like that? Blah, blah, blah. You going to do that to your own mother? And it's like, first off, this is like, you're acting like you're in high school, dude. Like, it's so weird for that. And I'm like my poor mother, I feel really bad. I was beating her ass. I was really getting on her. And she tried to grab me around my throat again. So I did the same thing to her. I thought that girl was about to pass out. I really thought she was about to go into cardiac arrest. Well, I live next door to my best friend. So him and his mother finally like come outside. And they're like, get the fuck off of her. Like, that is like, you're a grown woman. What the fuck are you doing? And they're like yelling at her and shit. Anyways, I hit the shit out of both of them. My mom, like, I guess she realized that she couldn't, like, take me, like, by herself, so she pulled out a wooden paddle, and she had started hitting me, which is, I don't know where the fuck she got that from. Anyway, he ended up calling the cops, and because he got bitch slapped and barely hit with the fucking shovel, the shovel wasn't even that big or heavy, he had an EMT, 3 cop cars, and an ambulance pull up.
Oh, wow.
Because he got bitch slapped, but there's my story. I didn't know if it was interesting. And then a couple of days later, my mom leaves the food stamp card, which we get around $600 in food stamps. Fine. She leaves me $50 on the food stamps for the month. And then she leaves a note saying, this is your punishment for being disrespectful. And then she tried to call me after not talking to me and refusing to give me my medical information for 3 days. She tries to call me and she's like, by the way, I'm leaving state. Good luck. I don't know if her went off that. And don't know how she's doing that because she has no money. She's completely broke. She's been selling stamps for money. And then she went on this, and I said, okay, please don't try to call me again. I didn't want to talk to her. I don't want to explain myself to her. I don't want to even try to rekindle this relationship anymore. And then she like flips out. She's like, okay, well, I'll call the detective back and decide to press charges then, because I can do that, and blah, blah, blah. And talking about how everybody here is ungrateful, and that's why she's going to Tennessee. And she went on this whole rant. I said, hope Tennessee treats you well, and she kept going on. I don't know. I hope she gets mental help. She's lost steps. Right?
Well, that was very interesting. I mean, that would just start off like as an okay day, but then it started getting a little rocky, rough, and then things just kind of escalated. I mean, I just think, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I just kind of wish your mother would have been a lot more smarter than just having to like say like, okay, like, let's go ahead and fight this out and stuff, you know. I mean, I understand that's considered family drama, and yes, I've seen a lot of crazy things like that. But I can tell you right now, I'm really sorry for what you had to go through. And, you know, I'm really going to pray for you if it ever does happen again. But yeah, I really did like your story.
Thank you. This is just, you know, like the most recent event out of 6 years of the same old shit. You know? Just, but thank you.
No problem. Okay, thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye. I really do like her story, but all I can say is, like, when you're going through a lot of family drama that, you know, starts off as an okay kind of fight, then a drama, then it's going to escalate to be the most biggest fight of all times, and then you're going to get involved with the cops, and all I can say is things you just got to watch out. I mean, I do feel sorry for her. I understand that, you know, sometimes parents don't get along with their kids. I mean, there's even kids who don't even get along with their parents either. But all I can say is I'm going to pray for her, and I hope for the best that, you know, nothing bad happens to her and so on. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. If you guys actually want to be on my podcast, please text 478-901-4445. That's 478-901-4445. And I will talk to you guys next week.